Ever since rock and roll came in, there has been a voice, a new voice for the younger generation. And each time, that expression of that new voice has made huge changes in society for the better. If you go back to rock and roll at the very beginning, Dick Clark's American, whatever the name of that program was, well, we saw that the blacks were up in the balcony on this Dick Clark show, American Bandstand, and the white kids were all down dancing, and the white kids were the only thing where the cameras were focused, and the black kids didn't even exist. Well, one day, the black kids came down, and lo and behold, the white kids welcomed them, and they danced together. And there was a new expression, because of rock and roll, that we were able to see a new thing, races coming together and thriving together. And that, more than maybe even Martin Luther King, set the stage for what was going to be a great change. That is still in process, but at least it was started back then. And then if you take something like as simple as MTV, you could say, well, how important was that? It was very important. Through MTV, Bruce Springfield went behind the Iron Curtain into East Berlin and performed some rock and roll. And suddenly the East Berlin kids, who had been closed off by that wall, were able to see what was going on in the outside world, thanks to MTV, thanks to the music video. And then they caused the collapse of the wall. That's how it all started. Because when in the zeitgeist, in the common psyche, when something is desired, it eventually manifests. But how are they going to know what's desired if they don't know what's out there? That's what these new media always show. And every time a new media comes in, it becomes an opportunity for an entire civilization to change. And that's what I believe will happen with XDec. There's an interesting phenomenon that goes on with these changes. They actually are, there is nothing new under the sun. That's a true statement. What is new is the way we put together the pre-existing pieces of what currently exists in a new configuration. Perfect example, the music video. Music existed forever, TV existed forever, but suddenly there's a new medium. And when there's a new medium, it doesn't come attached with what all the old media are attached to, and it becomes a free medium of expression for some new ideas to come through. That's what the deck will bring. We are nothing more than a fusion of all pre-existing media in one consolidated package that allows you the freedom to express yourself individually, and hence collectively. Once those individual stories start coming out, we begin to weave a mosaic, a pattern of the way that we think and the new ways that we could think, the dreams of a new generation. That's what will play out on this stage called the deck.